CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop. CHICKEN.
Guys, it's time for Clash with Chicken. In today's video, guys, I'm going to go over some of the strongest minis in Clash Mini right now, so you guys can make sure that you are using these in your decks. Guys, you want to stay updated on Clash Quest and Clash Mini and Clash Heroes, make sure you keep it tuned right here. Clash with Chicken. I'm going to be covering everything as these games launch from global, from beta to global, hopefully, and everything in between. So if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. So, like I said, today we're just going over the minis, which are the best ones. You'll see a couple of them are in my deck right now. So I just wanted to go over what some of the strongest ones, or at least the really good ones, are, so you guys know which ones to use versus which ones not to use. So let's start from the absolute best slash broken tier. I'm looking at you, Mr. Ewiz, and that's going to be, first and foremost, Mr. Ewiz. The Ewiz is absolutely ridiculous. With his power, with his special move of Zap, if I hold it down, it damages and stuns 2 enemies. How do I get that to stay on the screen? Okay, just hold it for a sec. Damage and stun 2 enemies, and his Zap strikes up to 4 enemies, and his when he hits 4 enemies, he almost kills them all immediately. So I mean, it's just crazy. If you can get his super right off the bat, then he's just absolutely way too strong and broken. Next up is going to be the Magic Archer. The Magic Archer is absolutely amazing. If you guys are playing a lot, you've probably gone up against a few matches, and then your deck gets obliterated out of nowhere, and you're like, what just happens? Oh, he's got a Magic Archer. So his special move, basically, he shoots a really strong arrow, goes through a bunch of people, and yeah, he's just a force right now. There's not a lot of good counters to him. I mean, he shoots through everybody. He does a ton of damage, and you know, he's great from, you can set him right in the back, and he's gonna be able to target guys that are completely on the opposite end of the board, so it doesn't take him any time. Really, really strong. Now, one that I have not used because I don't know, I just haven't really used him, is the Bowler. The Bowler is very strong as well. Let's actually put him in. Let's put him in over here. Yeah. So the Bowler is interesting. The Bowler is going to roll a giant ball, a giant rock straight ahead, damaging, stunning, and knocking back any enemies hit. So what happens with the Bowler is when he gets his super, he basically, as he hits them, like it says, it stuns them for a second. So he can knock people unconscious briefly, and it's really good. And he's really strong, and he's in all the top competitive decks. And then the next ones I want to shout out, or just say are like really good in no particular order. The Miner's very good. Being able to send him into the back, it not only usually takes out a mini that the other team is trying to protect. We can get into some battles while we do this. The Miner's good because he not only takes out some minis that the other guy might be trying to protect, but he also draws attacks of everybody else around him. So he's definitely a pretty big nuisance. Next up is the one that I just put out, the Pekka. The Pekka is amazing. He does crazy amounts of damage. He can take out the other guy's hero right off the bat sometimes, depending on which hero and the layout and that kind of thing. You know, his weakness is he's very slow, susceptible to you know, all kinds of different damage, but very, very strong. The Giant Skeleton is good. He's good. So basically, he'll absorb a little bit of damage. Not nearly as much as the Pekka, but he'll also die and then drop a bomb, and that will take care of the that'll do a lot of damage in it's like a 9-tile radius, so it's a pretty big area. Spear Goblins are good. They get their huge crazy spear right off the bat, and that's able to take out an enemy. So I feel like the Spear Goblin is a little bit underrated maybe, but definitely worthy of using and being like a good brawler if you don't have a lot of other options. I forgot what I was doing there. Yeah, I mean, the rest of them, there's no real bad minis. Like there's none that are terrible. Maybe like the Lumberjack, the Valkyrie's kind of slow. Archers are kind of, you know, feel a little bit underpowered, but they're not necessarily bad. I mean, depending on the composition you use, like there's so many variables that go into this game. Depending on the composition you use, depending on what the deck is, if there's special abilities available, you know, etc., etc. And sometimes you just need a cheap troop that you're able to just kind of throw in there and hope they work. But that's basically my list on the minis that you guys should focus on right out of the gate versus you know, some other ones that maybe you should consider not using or at least not upgrading. And an important thing to remember is that the minis are going to reset, I believe, every season. So even though you're upgrading them and stuff, just keep that in mind. This is my first time using the bowler. Just keep that in mind that, you know, you're probably going to have to start over, so don't invest too much in them. See, look at that. He hits them with the bowler. I didn't explain it while I was talking, but just that move is awesome. And he's got pretty good health for a 3 elixir mini, so that's definitely good. But you see, between the Ewiz and all the other guys that we've got running, there's just no way this guy has a chance. Also, my Countess is level 6, and I think she is my favorite hero for right now. So, yeah, I've been enjoying that. And let's see what happens here. There we go. Boom. 3 for 3. 3 up, 3 down. So, there it is, guys. I hope that that gets you guys sorted on which minis are good and which ones are not so good. But let me know what you think of that down below in the comments. Like I said at the beginning, make sure to subscribe for more. And leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll catch you next one, guys. Chicken out. Back.